Testing, testing. Alright, we are going. We have Mindel versus the Guitar King. Let me see if I can get the right camera up. Alright, one other moment. There's actually a few things I have to do. I also see that we've got the wrong label here too. But I need to check the challenge. Okay. Elimination. Best of 5. Alright. So, Mindel, being ever cautious, has blocked off the entire ramp, completely walled in. We have a Stargate on the way from Guitar King. Cancellation on the pylon, very quick on that, did not allow it to complete, and we're about to get some Adept versus Adept action. For those watching, please do stay tuned as we plan to do some community matches after this. And I believe the winner of this will be taking on Gerard. Oracle on the way. Oh. And the Adepts do indeed shade in. Guitar King working on getting rid of that block. Fleeing with the probes. And it looks like the Adepts are making a clean getaway. More lost money. No, they do not make a clean getaway. The Oracle is right on their backs. He does manage to take out one of them. Other one is shading out. Will he make it? I do not think he did. So we've got two Protoss. Neither of them have managed to get an expansion up just yet. Mindel ends up the first to get the Nexus started. And that Oracle used up most of its energy on the defense, but it's still going to be a looming threat here. Couple of Stalkers waiting to greet it, and Blink is about a quarter of the way along. Depths are coming past the Stalkers. They are working on that pylon. Okay, one Stalker, one Zealot. See if I can get just a slightly better look at my t-shirt. Reppin' Terran this time around. Alright, Mindel's Stalkers get the advantage. 4 Stalkers against 1 Stalker, 1 Zealot. Should be able to clean up fairly quickly. I don't think I ever got a response about whether this is a best of 3 or best of 5. Whoa. Alright. 1 probe and 1 Stalker caught in the stasis ward. Not too bad. Stasis trap. I'm still thinking Warcraft 3 there. And Guitar King is tucking up. Got the Robo and the Citadel coming along. Both of these players have very much been in each other's hair. We have not gotten a lot of economy going on either side. Here come the Adepts again. Shield battery goes up to block them. Both of them having to stay very much on their toes, getting that building ready. Shades can get through other units, but they cannot get through structures. Dell definitely with the stalker advantage right now. Alright, more cautious work, making sure there's a shield battery out in the natural. Observer flying over to Chuck. Blink is ready, so Mindell's stalkers are going to be able to jump right into the main with the help of that observer, should they want to. Forge, another expansion going on for Mindell. He is ready to keep things moving. Manages to take out a probe, which I believe was getting ready to set up another expansion. Stalkers attacking, getting ready to blink out. There's an immortal here to help, so they make themselves scarce, but that observer arrives, and the high ground vision, they'll be able to blink up. Takes out another probe and hops right in, and we have what we like to call the Tosis Pylon there, depowering the Robo and the Stargate and delaying blink. Only a couple of stalkers making it up. This is bad for Guitar King. And once it's time to leave, they just hop right back down. Mindell's expansion has been up for a bit, about half saturated, while Guitar King's third has been delayed over and over. And I'm telling you, neither of them are giving themselves enough time to breathe. And here we go. Stalkers are getting right into the workers. Looks like they're planning to play for keeps, not trying to escape, just trying to do as much damage as they can. Oh! Well, 3 of them do get recalled away. Over on the unit count, Mindell ahead in both worker and army supply. He's got a very clear advantage here, and his economy is definitely moving a lot faster than his opponents. This tune was going through my head a couple of weeks ago, and I just couldn't pin down where it was from, but it actually kind of randomly shows up in a bunch of campaign missions, but it specifically comes up in some of the Nova Covert Ops missions, at some points where a lot of things are exploding, so that's really what I had in mind there. Very intense. Do, 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 do. Ba, ba, ba. Alright, Mindell, getting ready to add some Archons to the mix. He is a good 30 supply ahead, so I think things are just going to keep snowballing here. Bringing the Warp Prism along this time, so he's going to be able to get a sustained attack going. Mindell does have +1 attack. Alright, warping in more and more. Getting the Zealots in. And we have shield batteries going down just in time. Will he overcharge them? Oh, this is a lot of attack value here. The stalkers over there. Both players do have blink, so they're going to be able to maneuver the damaged ones back as needed, but 20 workers already down. And the winner is Mindell. Alright, Mindell takes the lead here. Let's see what else I've got going here. Hopping on now? Okay, well, there you go. Alright, these are best of 5, so we are 1-0 among it. And we have the Go-Go and the GLHF. Let's do this. Next would be Site Delta. We are using the ESL versions right now. I believe those ones are a little bit more updated. Mandela had one. Alright, in the upper right, we have the red Protoss. Had one match. He is Mindell. And his opponent, the blue Protoss. In the lower right, we have Guitar King. Alright, we are going to get rolling here. Guitar King opting for the low ground pylon. Mindell high ground. This is a PSISTORM Gaming house tournament, the Little Stormy Cup. Guitar King scouting across a little bit earlier than his opponent. I think they're both going to end up seeing pretty much what they'd expect to see right now. Neither one's taking chances. Double gateway in the works from Mindell. Okay, well, here's a little deviation. Mindell is putting a pylon down right in the middle of the map behind the destructible rocks. 2 gateways so far, so I'm not sure how much he's going to commit to this, but definitely a bit. Yep, he puts another gateway down right in the middle. So this is going to be heavy pressure. Otherwise, fairly identical. I mean, the big difference is just where they're putting stuff down, although Mindell is expanding, whereas, Guitar King is expanding. Mindell looks like he's focusing strictly on offense. He's probably going to put a pylon down a little bit closer. Stargate also on the way from both players. So I'm very curious just how much he's going to commit to this early pressure. Alright, it's going to be Adepts coming in. So I think he's just going to... I don't think this is going to be too much of an all-in. He's going to be focused on the economy, although... Let's see, is he about... He's just about to expand, so yes, definitely not an all-in completely. Definitely not a complete all-in, or definitely not all completely in. There you have it. And once again, we have Guitar King blocking the entire entrance. He is completely walled with a Void Prism on the way. Meanwhile, Mindell, bringing in the Oracle. He is very focused on trying to get some worker kills. And here we go. 3 down. 4 down. Oh! Void Ray chases off. We got 5 kills, not too bad. And I think the Oracle is going to escape. And I believe also the wall did complete, so for now Guitar King is completely walled in. Here comes another Oracle. They're going to be taking turns here. Very good. Double Oracle going for the workers again. Right now, Mindell is already over 10 workers ahead. He gets 9 more kills. This is not a good start, especially with Stargate play. And these Oracles are going to stay a threat. They're going to be ready to come back in at any time. The Void Ray does get bonus damage against them, so... If it catches them, it can... Oh! And this Phoenix can actually chase them all the way across the map. But 11 more workers dead. 36 workers to 25. Not good for Guitar King right now. Stalker's coming in to protect the Oracles. Nope, neither of them went down, so... the Phoenix has to just fly right back home. Does catch one Adept. Get a bigger push. And look at... cycle repeats itself. Those two Oracles are going to come in right out all over again and get even more kills, and Guitar King cannot afford to lose more. Alright, they head out again. They're going to recall? Just picking away little by little with that one. Oh, he is going to get it. Alright. Other one is probably going to be running back to its friends. Okay. And the Phoenix goes down. So right now, Mindell with a very sizable lead. He started on his third base. And he is just keeping Guitar King stuck at home, because Guitar King does start to move out. That's even less he has to defend from more harassment. And even despite that, the workers just keep on dying. This is not a pretty day if you're a probe. Forge nearing completion, along with 4 extra gateways for Mindell. So I think very soon he's going to be going in for the kill. Alright, here we go. Mindell blinks up with, say 7 Stalkers? And then just gets ready to hop right down again. So basically, even... he's very much going with the... thank you, Ghost Riley. Very much going with the tactic of just kind of hit and running, hit and running, hit and running, and the cumulative damage is just moving higher and higher. And look at, while these guys are chasing after the Adepts, he's going to blink those Stalkers. Well, I don't think... does he not have vision? No, he doesn't have vision up there, so... I think the plan was to hop everything up. But you need vision for that. Yeah. Little traffic jam there. We have a lot of Stalkers just kind of... well, they've stalked themselves into a corner, people. But yeah, 7 more workers gone. 103 supply to 63. Mindell is nearing double the workers of his opponent. Alright, the Stalkers are okay. They're a little bit embarrassed about what just happened, but they're ready to give it another try. Charge getting close to finishing for Mindell. And look at 4 bases from Mindell. And he's sending the Warp Prism over, which can serve for that high ground vision that he needs. Observer there too. If you're wondering why he hasn't committed too hard, well, if he doesn't need to, it's 4 bases to 2. He doesn't have to take any chances. He just has to make sure that he keeps doing more economic damage and preventing his opponent from actually getting expansion going. And here we go. Those Stalkers and Immortals walking right into the opposition. Those Stalkers blink away. There's quite a bit of damage output from Guitar King. That's one of the big things he has going for him. But yeah, 36 army supply to 64. Still not quite where he wants to be. But yeah, once again, he can kill very quickly with Void Prism and a bunch of Immortals, but then again, Mindell can just blink right away again. Chasing down the Warp Prism, and he gets it. I gotta update the title of this. Here. Yeah, maybe between matches. Alright, thank you to everyone who's watching right now. Another observer goes down. One force field, I don't think it's going to help much. And yeah, those stalkers don't want anything to do with those immortals, but with Blink, they don't have to. They can just hop in, hop out, hop in, hop out. Somewhere here there's a... Somewhere here there's the option to actually update the title of this game. We are definitely not playing Battle Aces right now. There we go. Just more hits from the Stalkers, up to 5 bases. Mandel's got a good defensive setup here, but he's just going to get more and more starved. His opponent is getting alarmingly close to getting maxed out. Moving in with the Zealous, which do not receive bonus damage from either Immortals or Void Rays. Attack from both the high ground, attacking both the main and the natural expansion, and this is probably going to be it. This is the damage that Guitar King is not going to be able to recover from. Alright, winner is Mindell. Mindell goes up 2-0. I'm just trying to find where I switched the title of the stream, and I don't know if I have the access to do it. Alright. In the upper left, we have our red Protoss. He is Mindell. And his opponent. In the lower right, the blue Protoss. He is Guitar King. As is a best of 5, Mindell is ahead by 2. I know how to do this. I know. Guitar King, early probe. Pencil. Okay. Yeah, I might just not have the permission. Alright, well. Guess I'll leave the title as is. Okay, Stalker on Zealot Stalker action. Dell's got his proxy pylon, but no gateway for fast warp ends. And we're seeing something similar, just a lot of non-stop pressure from Mindell. He does not manage to snipe that Oracle, though. And we have an overcharged battery doing its job. Oh, slow warping, so painful. A little bit oversaturated, but he's going to be moving some of his workers to natural very soon. Now, the winner of this match is going to be taking on Geralt. And that's going to be the championship for today. Just 3 people for the moment. And then, hopefully, some fun community matches. Once again, the damage is just... Well, I mean, we got, what, double the army supply on behalf of Mindell. Now, shield batteries are going to help, but they're only going to hold up for so long. Now they're overcharged on them, though. But 6 more workers are down. Mindell already starting to saturate his natural. And we are adding even more gateways, however, still no fast warp in over in the corner here. Another defensive Void Ray, just like last match. He's just doing his best not to let it get sniped. Mindell's Blink is going to be about 3/4 of the way done now. He has to be very careful with that Void... Oh. Void Ray goes down. That's not something you can afford to lose when you're this behind on economy. Or this behind on army. Alright. More gateways are almost done for Mindell. And I don't think Guitar King is going to be able to drag this defense on for nearly as long as he did last match. It just keeps one-shotting a probe, moving, one-shotting, moving, one-shotting. There goes another Stalker. And this is just a non-stop downward spiral for Guitar King. Mindell, a very skilled player, and when he lays the pressure on, he lays it on hard. I just wish there was a gateway over there for a fast warp-in. There's something about slow warp-ins that just hurts my head. Even when it's not necessary, it's like... I don't know. It's early in the morning, I haven't had my coffee. I want some fast warp-ins, dude. There we go. Even more going down. It was quite the tight SimCity up top, but no shield battery up high. What do we got? 7 Stalkers against 4 at the moment. Dell starting up on the Forge. Wants to start increasing the damage as it goes. And another wave of Stalkers coming in. 12 against 2. Oh. This is not, yeah. Mendel wins the series. 3-0. Alright, clean sweep by Mendel. I mean, honestly, each match was just a little bit less competitive than the last one. The big consistency was they did not leave each other alone. There was always action going on, there was always damage being done. I'm just checking to see, ready process cancelled, yeah. Geralt. Infamously inconsistent when it comes to whether he is writing himself down as Geralt or Gerard. In our challenge page, it's Gerard. So this will be a best of 7. These two have been taking each other on a lot. Both PSISTORM members and both very common faces in the little Stormy Cup. So we are waiting. Alright, Viking invited. Okay. Oh, wait, I'm now an officer of Little Stormy Cup. Awesome! I'm working my way up in the world. I generally play on NA, and I've been able to get some achievements lately. Really desperately trying to work my way up to some of those big portraits that you get for getting 1,000 wins on everything. Honestly, I don't think that much about rank these days, or league, whatever you want to call it. I want those portraits. But being an officer somewhere is nice too. I also run Minnesota Barcraft over on the NA server, as well as in, Minnesota. We are looking at doing some more in-person meetups. If anyone's in the Midwestern area and wants to know what it's like to just sit down and watch some pro matches with a bunch of other people. And yes, I have... Oh, okay, well... I have also ordered the new U2's StarCraft figures. I don't think it means much for the game, but it is nice to see that these third-party vendors have been able to get permission to start doing more licensed collectibles for StarCraft. We're in a new season as far as the ladder goes. And yeah, I've seen this before. Gerard, busy guy. He ends up sometimes getting involved in more than one tournament at a time, so we will see what happens next there. So that's one day. Yes, I do plan to be back to cast these on a regular basis here. Chromebook users only, no. Alright, waiting for Gerald. Think he will be there in a few minutes. Alright. I can live with that. 2. Okay, we are up and ready to go. Need 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. Right back to. Alright, folks. Please stand by. I'm just going to step away for a few seconds while Gerald is getting ready. Let's try this out. There we go. That's what we're up to. Okay, I'm back on. We will be doing our finals. Once again, Geralt versus Mindell. They know what it's like to take each other in the finals of these cups very well. And I'm curious here. This is the new GameStop exclusive Kerrigan Funko Pop, complete with wings and sort of a hovering deal here. I'm very curious how much it'll just get blurred by the green screen eliminator, and I want to see. First map will be Oceanborn. Oh, that's not too bad at all. Sometimes, when you've got green collectibles, they end up becoming, well, kind of transparent. Alright, we are ready to go, and I'm ready to make sure I remember to switch from my face to our stream. In the upper left, we have our red Protoss player. He is PSISTORM's own Mindell. And his opponent, the Protoss in the blue, we have Gerald. So as you notice, Protoss being a popular race on this Sunday morning, or Sunday evening if you are in the United Kingdom or the rest of Europe. So I think you'll find these guys are a little bit more evenly matched, but I do not expect either of them to give themselves much time to build up. Name of the game is Disruption. Both pretty much right on time with each other. Double gateway on both sides. Usually considered a good way to be ready to defend against Adept Shades, and we definitely saw some brutal Adept Shades in the last series. Cybers are on the way. Both of them choosing to have their walls on the high ground, by the way. And, look at like clockwork. Both of them with their probes scouting almost identical moments. Taking a moment to, tickle the minerals a little bit. Oh man, it is amazing just how identical this early game is for both of them, even kind of using the same tactics. But here's some diversion. We have two and we have a pause. But yes, we got two stalkers on one side, but from Mindell, one stalker, one sentry. Sentries, it's been a while since the patch, but it's important to remember that, huge ping. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing technical difficulties. So Geralt might be resetting something. Gerald. I hate that he does that to me. D versus T all the time. Okay, he's going to give it another shot. Seems okay. Alright, let's do this.
Game resumed.
Yeah, just when you got the probe out there, you might as well use their tickle beam on something. Actually, no. Tickle beams are sentries, aren't they, traditionally? I don't know what the probes are. Poke, 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 I guess. I was just curious. The sentry... I know sentry no longer is considered to have light armor, so adepts don't take them out nearly as quickly. And Mindell... Yep, Mindell with a successful pylon block on Geralt's expansion. He has not taken his own expansion yet, though. It is an investment as far as the early minerals go. Starport nearing completion for Geralt. Okay, despite that, actually the the Nexus on either side going down about the same time, so That's one of the things. You end up delaying your own nexus a little bit because you invest in that pylon. At the same time, it's just annoying. And anything you can do to throw off your opponent's timing is always a good thing. Unless it throws off your timing too, in which case it is not. Oracle is going to be spawning very soon. We also have a Twilight Council popping up, almost identical moments on both sides as well. Alright, see, they're chasing. Let's see where those Adepts end up. Do they shade in? They shade in, but they are blocked, so those Adepts might be in a little bit of trouble. There is a whole welcoming committee going after them as they attempt to shade out. They are running in circles, trying to buy enough time. Yep, they successfully managed the shade, and they are staying there to make sure that they continue to be a present threat. One Oracle is out, but Geralt is going to be sending two at once by the looks of things. Oh, no, he isn't. He's going to be sending... He's already got one out there, but the other one will be joining it. Driven off by the Stalkers for now. 3 probes go down. And he is going to be doubling down on this. Adepts get in. They do not last long, though, but total of 7 worker kills now, so I think Geralt's probably going to be fairly happy about that. Oracle gets driven to the very corner of the map, but his buddy, Oracle number 2, is on the way, with Mindell ready to intercept. Alright, few more go down. The other Oracle does not move in during this. One of the big strategies. Oh, now it does. Let's see. Yeah. Mindell doing a good job, making sure there's Stalkers in both the mineral lands. Geralt's Oracles are not done yet. I think it's going to be giving one more try, or at least lurking in the corner. Oh! Alright, puts a Revelation down for the heck of it, and then flies out of range again. This is just game 1. This is going to be a best of 7. Robo almost done on behalf of Mindell. Blink finishes for both of them almost simultaneously. I love how if you play this game enough, you really do have an internal clock going. At a certain point in the game, you expect to have certain things ready. If they're not, well, it feels like something is missing in your life. Alright, still harassing with these Adept Shades. He does not... He does not get the wall up, but the Adepts still think better of it. I'm curious what he's going to be doing with the sentries. He's got a little bit of energy on both of them. For now, they're just there, but at any moment, they could use force fields or... Oh boy. Between the Adepts and the Oracle, managed to get 6 more kills, so... Geralt definitely continuously doing some damage, and the worker count from Mindell is really lagging behind. 54 to 35. Mindell does have a slight army supply lead. Charge about a quarter of the way done. He does trigger the... Oh, what do you call that again? Not the shield, the barrier. The barrier on the Immortal. Here we go. Just poking in, hopping away. He does all... Not only does he take out one of the Stalkers, but he also manages to get a Guardian shield spent. These sentries, you know, they've only got so much energy. It's going to come back little by little. But if you can get special abilities to trigger, so they won't be there for the next attack. Geralt taking his 4th. About a 12 worker supply lead. They are tied as far as the army supply goes. And a little bit of, honestly, a little bit of his own medicine. Mindell very much being victimized by Stalker pressure, very similar to what he was using last time. But this time, he's the one with a couple of higher tech units. He's got a couple of mortals, but they are having trouble getting far out enough to reach the stalkers. Moving back to the high ground, he is going to want to keep a very close eye on there, and you see he's even got to leave a couple stalkers back in his mineral line because there is still that oracle being ever present with his eye on those workers. Here we go, just, once again, he's got enough to one-shot a stalker or two, and he uses it, takes out one or two, and then leaves. And over time, this builds and builds. Oh! He does lose one. He loses another, alright. Force field coming in handy there. It's tricky stuff. You gotta make use of it after they've already blipped. Army supply is starting to favor Geralt more, though. Both of them have +1 attack. Geralt is starting to add Templar or Archon. Probably Archon, yes. And he has Warp Prism there. He is bringing in a lot of Stalkers. So as he lures them out, he's trying to get the Stalker. The Zealots end up behind the army. They're going to try to keep the... Ooh, nice Purification Nova. These Zealots are going to be absorbing attacks and making it harder for Mindel's units to fall back. We have the shield overcharge. He manages to bring the shield battery down. If you were playing, yeah. Thank you, Vales. Alright, is he gonna... Oh, he manages to take out an Archon with that Purification Nova. Disruptor does go down. Geralt with 71 army supply, and even with those disruptors, yep, this is going to be the end of it. GG. Geralt is up 1. Hold on, I'm going to be right back just to move something. Alright, here we go. In the lower left, we have the red Protoss. Lost a 7. Built up 1. He is Mindel. And in the upper right, we have the blue Protoss. He is Gerald. Once again, very identical starts. Okay. And continuing to be near identical. Both going double gateway on the high ground. And hello, War Bunnies. Got a couple people watching right now who I was having some good team games with yesterday. War Bunnies, by the way, lives right across the alley from me, making us a very good team. Alright, and here we go, just the usual stuff. Kind of briefly occupying a mineral patch and then running around. Probes, even if you're not doing a full-on cannon rush, you'll find that probes can be very annoying. Alright, and once again, we have 2 stalkers on one side, 1 stalker and 1 sentry on the other. Very practiced on where to put the pylons. And we have a pylon block from Geralt. Don't expect that either player is going to get too thrown off by this. They expect it. Oh, they both got pylon blocked. Amazing how the scales of justice remain balanced throughout. Yep. And I think once again, you're still going to be seeing them taking their Nexus at about the same time. Yep, almost identical again. Mindell again going for more sentries than his opponents. And in the meantime, I'm also waiting for my parents to swing by and pick up their dog, who I've been dog sitting over the weekend. His name is Jasper, and he does not move around much. Dark Shrine, alright, that is different this time. Geralt is making a Dark Shrine. He's got it up in his base, and you'll notice, most of the time they've been focusing on their naturals, so... Twilight Council not even complete for Mindell just yet. And one thing I'm definitely seeing, Mindell does not have a robo or a forge. If he does get hit by DTs, it's not going to be a lot he can do unless he has those buildings. The natural nexus on each side completes. We have a hallucinated oracle. I like that a lot. You know, he's not investing in actual Stargate. Oh, and he sees the Dark Shrine though. Mindell sees the Dark Shrine. So the timer is on. Right away, he puts down a robotics facility. We have a couple of DTs slow warping in over in the middle of the map. Oof. And they have a chance of doing some significant damage, just the 2 of them, before this robo is complete. Now, he's going to want to make sure that it's got power, that these DTs can't just strike the pylon down. Alright, and here we have a barrier of sentries and stalkers, making sure those DTs do not get close there. Puts a force field down, and those DTs are going to get stuck on that side. They're going to try to find what damage they can. Observer now in production. And you better believe it's being chronoed. I love the force fields, you know? Alright, still does lose another probe. And Mindell is supply blocked, too. And there we go. He's got vision. The Dark Templars' time is up. One of them dies, the other one makes a run for it as Geralt adds his own robotics facility, about a third of the way done, and also expands. So, right now, supply is being pretty even after all of that. Mindell managed to get a look at that just in the nick of time. And then just stall with those force fields for as long as he needed to. Forge, about 2/3 of the way done for Geralt. Geralt is definitely moving ahead as far as tech goes. And remember, even if your opponent has detection, you can still just make Dark Templar and turn them into Archons. Yeah, hallucinated air units. Keeping a constant eye on the other. Alright, and Geralt isn't messing around anymore. He is sending another big troop of... Ooh, talk about... Yeah. I love how blinking is actually a preferable way to get through that little choke area. Here we go. Stalkers and sentries. One of the sentries gets focused down. Guardian shield lost there. High ground advantage, very much favoring Mendel's. He also adds a immortal. But Geralt having a significant supply advantage. It had an economy and it had an army. Each time one of these stalkers is hurt, they head out. Nexus got cancelled. That is huge. Geralt's Nexus is already getting significant mining done. And a worker lead of 13 right now. And this could be very similar to last game, where Mendel is just kind of stuck on the defensive as Geralt expands and techs up. He does bring the stalkers a good amount of the way home, then decides to turn them around anyway. Why not? He's got an observer to help him see the high ground, so he can blink up wherever he wants to. And again, sending hallucinations out. Reconnaissance so important. You want to know exactly what your opponent is up to here. And I think he's destroying those rocks just so he can warp in a little bit more conveniently. Zealots are joining the fight. 61 army to 38 right now. And look at Geralt. He's taken the other gold base right now, and if he manages to make enough use of that, he could skyrocket out of control very quickly. Geralt's army poking in right in the middle between the natural, and something happened to oh, here. Yep, Geralt wins again, 2-0 in this little Stormy Cup. Geralt being very good at getting at least an early advantage, and then just hitting and hitting and hitting. We're queuing in. Next map will be Dynasty. Speaking of storms, we are having a storm in Minnesota right now. A lot of thunder. It's not a psi storm, but it's close enough. Alright. 7, Geralt. Alright, in the upper right, we have the red Protoss. He is Mindel. And his opponent, up 2 maps. We have the Protoss in the blue, Geralt. I expect the pylons and gateways are going to go down in a very similar fashion before, but this is going to be an interesting one because this map has the gold mineral wall here. Those can be very vulnerable though, especially against ranged units, so I'm very curious how they're going to make use of those, and when they're going to make use of them. See Viking, I believe he's our German caster. He's taking a close look himself. Okay, here. Actually got to step away for just a second. Let me know if I missed anything. Alright. And yeah, once again, pylon blocks. We've seen this stance before. Warp gate researching, as you'd expect. I don't think I missed too much. You guys missed a lot of barking. And instead of blocking the natural, he was blocking the wall. But the scouting probe managed to get the Nexus started. Alright, early aggression from Geralt. Just, little combination of units. 1 Stalker, 2 Adepts, 1 Sentry. And a hallucinated Colossus. I've seen Colossi used to detect where the high ground is. Or give vision, I mean. But that's an interesting way to just scout your opponent's high ground. And there they are, just kind of attacking a pylon. You'll notice that Geralt has a similar setup here. And they're seeing if they can take out the Adept. 2 workers die. I don't think there was any mystery about the Colossus being an illusion. But here we go. Mindell is looking at just taking out any proxies that are there. Or maybe he's just heading to his opponent, try to punch back. Blink being researched by both, but Mindell has a lot more, has it much further along. Thinks better of moving in. Alright, we have the super pylon over here. So Geralt very much not interested in letting his opponent mine from that gold. Dell, similar concept, but from a different angle. They both want to put the pressure on. They are both getting the proxy gateways to make sure that they can do fast warp-ins.
Game paused.
Second, please. Geralt was mentioning that there was some lag earlier. Not sure if that's the same issue. What we're seeing right now, Mindell actually with a slight army lead. Geralt 2 workers ahead. Oh, phone. Alright then. When real life comes a calling. Alright. Well, anyone here? Geralt is ahead by 2 maps. Do you think Mindell can still make the comeback? This is a best of 7. As you can tell, Geralt is definitely the busier of the two. No. PSISTORM Gaming or PSISTORM Gaming Community players. Alright. Alright, let's do this.
Game resumed.
Both players have blinks, so they can hop over the golds anytime they want. Gerald is the one who's mining from the gold on his side. Well, kind of starting to anyway. Now, will we see a blink over? Oh, we're seeing Adept Shades. The Adepts do not last long, and there's that blink because he knows his opponent is not in the main right now. And here we have it. I think the blue Stalkers are going to get away. They do take down another pylon. Mindell still has some supply to spare, though. And he is going to keep warping in. Geralt add an Immortal. Oh. And a robotic support base, so he might be going for some disruptors. Force fields go down, both sides blinking all over. And Mindell actually getting the better of this altercation. Mindell is significantly ahead in army supply now, doing a great job slowing the retreat, going around Stalkers for Geralt are going down all over the place. However, in the meantime, Geralt has a pretty significant worker lead, including some that are mining the gold, but that might not matter if he keeps losing army. Shield battery goes down. The Stalkers attacking from multiple sides, pulls the workers, starts attacking with them. Not a good sign on behalf of Geralt. Mindell might be putting one on the board in a moment. More and more Stalkers coming in. He's also got an observer there for when he wants to blink up. And we have GG. Mindell gets some payback. Alright, we have ourselves a competition here. Gerald's still ahead, 2-1. And the next map will be Crimson Court. Got more Protoss versus Protoss action for everyone here. Although Geralt has Terran selected, actually. Is he doing that just to mess with me? Keep switching name. Oh, yeah. Alright. So, I think we're correct in that right now. I don't think Geralt actually wanted to go Terran. Alright, we're good. We're gonna go ahead now. Protoss versus Protoss in the Crimson Court. A little bit more of a standard map here. Standard maps do seem like they've been favoring Geralt a little bit more. Alright. In the lower left, we have our red Protoss, and he is Mindell. And in the upper right, we have our blue Protoss. He is Geralt. Once again, basic wall on the main. Big one here is multiple walls made of just a little bit of gold minerals each. Those can affect expansions, then they can affect routes for attack. This is interesting. I don't think Mindell is scouting, but Gerald very much so. Alright. Double Gateway Cyber on both sides, as expected. And Warp Gate being researched. This time they're both going for Double Stalker, no sentries in the mix yet. Dell heads out, I think just in time. Yep, pylon block again. I'm not sure how much these pylon blocks have been benefiting them. Meanwhile, Geralt, again, like last time, elects to put one to block the exit to the wall. Hashtag... Oh, and cancels that one and then puts one down to block the Nexus. Hashtag give Protoss a door. Stargates on both sides. Geralt with a bit of a lead as far as workers go. I think he just likes to oversaturate his main just a little bit while he's waiting for the natural to complete. And you still get some benefit all the way up to 24. Just less benefit with each one. Geralt getting his Oracle ready. We've seen that before as well. 4 Stalkers are on their way across the map, and they will encounter a few other Stalkers and an Adept. Alright, 1 Stalker goes down for Geralt. And that Adept, if it shades, will just be shading a little bit further the south. Alright. 1 Oracle is on its way across the map, and these Stalkers are not going to be here. Although there is a battery, at least to slow the damage down. And Mindell taking his army back home, although... didn't even notice that, but... yeah, they both have very much the same ideas. Great team members think alike. Mindell getting another Oracle ready. It's a little bit supply blocked, though. Comes Geralt with his Stalkers. Oh, and another pause. Not a lot of kills on either side, as they both put shield batteries in their lines. But Geralt with a 5-worker lead. Ooh. Alright, sec please. Just acquainting myself to where everything is. As far as the community matches, we'll see what happens here. I haven't heard from many people, so I think next week I'm going to start just inviting a little bit, inviting people from a few more communities. Just need to find some spare time to start reaching out. But yeah, these last few weeks we really haven't gotten enough from within the FSL group. Still not quite sure what we're waiting on here. I think Gerald is going to let us know shortly. Oh, ZZZ, I guess. I think I've got about another hour that I'm free for. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Gerald, once again, he always seems to have his natural a lot more saturated, and he's also getting the better of Mindel's stalkers. Back home, though, 4 workers go down, the double Oracle, but he doesn't have a lot to defend back here. 9 of Gerald's workers down. Alright, we lose another pylon. Oh, and that... one of the workers accidentally moving out with the stalkers. Lift up on one of the stalkers. I did not... okay, there we go. A little bit of energy left for a pulsar beam. Mindel, meanwhile, yeah, he's... Alright, Geralt moves away. And the double Oracle ready to move in again. The stalker's waiting. Geralt lost a lot of workers, but even so, he's still pretty well ahead as far as the worker count goes. Here goes. Oracle sneaking, sneaking, sneaking. Quite a few stalkers. One of the Oracles goes down without doing anything. Gets a revelation, that's it. I mean, he's going to be able to get a look at a little bit of the tech. Geralt sees it might be time to start moving out again. Mindel definitely with a significant amount of supply tied up in the air units. And Geralt's got the Oracle of his own, too. So I suspect coming around the back, harassing the workers, and that'll give an opening for the stalkers to come in, too. So we have people hitting from both sides, hitting from the front and the back. Here we are. This can very easily get out of control. Boys are pulled. More workers going down. Nine workers down on Mindel. He was already behind to begin with. Blink completed for Geralt. Just about to complete for Mindel. So we have a nice little blink battle here. Does have defender's advantage since there's no proxy to warp in from. And there's a battery here, but Mindel once again has some catching up to do. Chase the stalkers away. Geralt has gone ahead and taken another expansion. The Nexus is complete. He is adding a forge, a couple more gateways. So having the lead, he is going to solidify it too. And another revelation. Supply's getting a bit out of control as far as Geralt goes. Oh, yeah, and Mindell sees that. He sees he's already got a third. Time to move on. Geralt one win away from taking it all at this little Stormy Cup. We are going to be going into Golden Aura. Now Mindell, if he wants to stay in this, if he wants to win, he needs to do 3 wins in a row. Geralt, cusp of victory, only needs to get one more. Alright, GLHF, we are going in. Mindell is our red Protoss. And his opponent, 1 win away from victory. We have the blue Protoss, Geralt. So we're going to see what Geralt plans to do. He's had a lot of luck with just the basics, but if he's only 1 win away, he's definitely got room to be a little bit more, well, creative. First gateway goes down on each side. I expect a second gateway to follow for each. Once again, near identical scouts. I expect, from what we've seen of these two, there's going to be some more obnoxious pylons put down in inconvenient spots. Probes kind of picking away at each other. And... Yep. Alright, Wall Blocker Pylon on behalf of Mindell. Nexus Blocker Pylon, courtesy of Geralt. Just kind of been the dance they've been doing. Pylon does get cancelled, so Mindell gets 3/4 of his money back. 2 more Stalkers coming out from Mindell. I wonder if he's going to be the one to go on the offensive first this time. Nope. A couple of Stalkers already almost there from Geralt. Mindell definitely having a little bit more invested in army right now. Phoenix Hallucination Scout. Checking to see what to expect. No Stargates yet on either side, but we do have the Citadel, the Twilight Council, sorry. Almost, well, yeah, done far ahead on Geralt's side. And Blink already being researched. And once again, a Dark Templar Shrine, so it is very much up to Mindell to once again view this, and it's going to be tricky because the Dark Templar Shrine is hidden way in the corner of the map. Both of them have been a little bit, they've taken their time getting the robotics facilities out every match. Not wanting to invest in it until it's necessary, but Geralt has used this tactic before, and readiness is going to be very important. Yeah, Mindell already kind of sniffing it. He did not see the Dark Shrine, but he understands the possibility, and there is a robo on the way. So, he's scouting around, not quite far enough, though. Oh, there we go. Now he knows exactly what's up. And unlike last time, he's not just starting the robotics facility. It is ready, so he needs Chrono and Observer out right now. I'm not sure. Yeah, there aren't even any Dark Templar out yet. Oh, yes, there are. Where did... Oh, over by where the Dark Shrine was. Of course. Yeah, Observer will be out in time. However, while he's dealing with these Dark Templar, Hallucination gives view. And these Stalkers were able to blink right up, depowering 2 gateways. And then we got the Dark Templar to deal with. The Dark Templar didn't do much damage. We lost 3 workers, but that pylon's the big one. It gets replaced fairly quickly. And Geralt, again, being ahead in the expansions. He has his 3rd on the way. And now complete. Geralt also adding his robo, about a quarter of the way done. And this is the game that's suited Geralt very well. Just non-stop pressure, keeping the guys right around Mindell's base, poking their noses in whenever possible. And Geralt's 3rd Nexus definitely finishing well ahead of where Mindell's is at. The more expansions you have, the more locations there are for your opponent to try to do some damage at. There we go. Right now, there is no observer on the map for Mindell. Oh yes, there is 2 of them. I gotta look before I talk, but still, they were not with the army. And if Geralt gets enough damage in here, this could be the end right there. Shield battery goes down. 7 army supply lead. Down to 4, or 5. Here we go, blinking along. Geralt having no issue making full use of his 3rd, but nothing mining from Mindell's. And just like previous games, Geralt can just keep hopping in, hopping out. Forcing more units and more defense out of Mindell, and just doing cumulative damage as it goes. No Dark Templar on the map anymore. Oh, this is more than enough stalkers. Immortal is just joining the fight. Workers have to be pulled again. Geralt takes his 4th. And he's got a Warp Prism that's going to be making 2. And this has been his recipe for success. Just doing regular damage without taking much of it for his harassment army. And we've seen this before too. Zealots getting ready to join in. No charge yet. Got about a quarter of the way left for that, so that's going to be his timing. Adept's attacking a building. I don't like that much. It's a shame, but Geralt he's got enough guys back there. Here we go. Here comes the charges. Barrier has been activated. One of the Immortals goes down. This might be the end right here. Overcharged battery goes down. Have almost double the army supply right now for Geralt. I think he's going to take a little Stormy Cup this week. Stalker's being forced further back as more damage is done. Geralt finds that there's a good number of cannons over on the natural, but he can do more than enough damage right here. All he needs to do is just keep eliminating units. More and more units on the way, and Geralt is our little Stormy Cup champion. Alright, there you have it. Geralt takes the finals 4-1. GG, well played. Thanks for playing. Yes, thank you, everyone. Now, let me see what we're doing here. Congrats to you both. From our friend Viking, who's been organizing these tournaments. And we are quite a ways into it with no end in sight. Bunch of stuff I don't have unlocked on the European server as far as emotes go. Alright, well, I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to be doing a little bit of planning as far as next weekend goes. We're going to try to figure out how we can get enough people in one place at once. We did it a couple weekends, so I will be in touch. Thank you very much, anyone who's watching. I'll be around.